Bye. Bye-bye, Mr. Cole.
Bye-bye.
Have fun.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So we are not working on the Miata today. Instead, we're gonna mess with these things. Put them in that thing. Don't worry about that thing. So I'm still waiting to schedule the dyno. In the meantime, there's a couple little things that I can take care of. One of those is I recently moved the pedals on this and got the car feeling way more comfortable with me in it. But I kind of thought two things. One, I've got a dead pedal that I built and I don't like it very much. And two, the floor's lumpy.
I know how you really feel. I was just trying to help, but whatever.
And now that the pedals are moved a little further, there's a couple spots where you could catch your heel if you weren't being really careful about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that dead pedal and then put a false floor on top of this stuff here to make things just a little bit better. So this is what I picked up to replace that stuff. I've got a dead pedal from OMP. Honestly, I ordered this and thought it was going to be narrower. It's pretty close to the size I have now. I think maybe I could move it over a little bit and it'll be better. And then I found a place called Checkered Sports. It's not a sponsored video, I just found them online. He makes these panels. I think they're for a lot of import applications, but the size is pretty decent. It should work pretty well for what I've got going on in here. Yes, I could have cut an aluminum panel myself. I could have dimple dyed it too. I could have powder coated it. This was just easier. So let me pull the old stuff out and we'll kind of mock this new stuff in. So here's the dead pedal that I made out of the car. It is pretty overkill for what it is. The biggest problem I had is this edge was a little too close to the clutch pedal for my big feet. And so I would kind of snag on this a little bit. This bent part that I put in here did help, but I'm hoping that I can just kind of cheat this over a little further to the left and it's going to give me a little bit more room there. I'm going to go ahead and make some cardboard templates of the dead pedal and the false floor. We'll get them mocked up in there and we'll figure out how we're going to mount this stuff. Now that I have a template made, I can set it in place and kind of get an idea of where I want it. This part right here is on a nice flat part of the floor that kind of carries around. I'm going to have to make some risers for the stuff on this side, but that's not going to be a problem. The only other thing worth noting is the bottom part of the dead pedal mount that I made is hiding under there. So I'm going to end up notching this piece so that I can attach everything, but you'll see that in just a little bit. But I think that's where it's going to live. So what we have here is a slightly modified floor plate. What I've done is I've made some quick aluminum angle brackets that just take up the space to go to the floor. The rest of this on this perimeter all will get tech screwed down in, but it seems to be holding it pretty well. Let's take a look at it in the car. So it's just in with some Clecos for the moment, but it actually looks pretty good. That should work pretty well. Gives a nice flat spot to the floor, and quite honestly I'm having some second thoughts about a dead pedal altogether. So I'm probably going to put this in and sit in the car, make some vroom vroom noises, and then decide what I want to do for a dead pedal. I have played around with mounting this dead pedal in a couple different spots using kind of the setup I had before, and quite honestly it's not going to make that much of a difference compared to the last dead pedal I had in here. It's still pretty wide, and in any orientation it gets really close to that clutch. So what I think I'm going to do is just go ahead and modify this guy, take a notch out up at that corner, put in the dead pedal that I had, and call it a day. Alright, so there we are with the old dead pedal installed. I just sat in it, made vroom vroom noises, and quite frankly, works pretty good. So I guess I have an extra OMP dead pedal now, but you can see I just notched this guy to fit around. Nice flat floor, no more slipping when I get in. It may need some tweaks and adjustments over time, but for right now I think that's pretty good. So that's it. This was a quick, easy one. I'm still waiting on scheduling dyno time, but it's pretty much ready to roll. As you can tell, we're still in a pandemic based on the hair and the beard. I could probably trim that myself, but maybe that'll be a whole separate YouTube project that no one will want to see. So it looks like July is going to be potentially the first race that this car goes out to, but I'll know more about that soon. And you'll see a video of this on the dyno, hopefully, in the next couple weeks. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
No, not whatever. I know I mess things up sometimes, but I'm really trying. And you're supposed to be my friend, not like the fake ones I have here. So do what you...